Well, good afternoon, everyone. We are here for a very, very exciting day. Today, we are going to announce our Teacher of the Year for 2022. My name is Boyd Michael. I'm superintendent here in Washington County Public Schools. It is my deep honor to recognize not only our finalists, not only our 88 teachers that applied or were nominated for the Teacher of the Year, but also to represent all of our teachers here in Washington County, our ESP employees, our administrators, everyone that works so hard every day to make Washington County a successful school system. If you're watching live, we're streaming from the Center for Educational Services here on Downsville Pike. Again, we are very excited that we had 88 teachers nominated for Teacher of the Year this year. And now that has been narrowed to 5 finalists who we're going to meet in just a couple minutes. And our 5 finalists, they represent 60 years of education, teaching through various locations, including Washington County. 45 of those 65 years from our 5 finalists are here in Washington County. And we wish all of them the very best of luck. And we're going to meet them in just a minute. Mr. Fry, normally we're out at Fountainhead. We did this last year. We were so hopeful to be there last year. We were certainly thinking we were going to be there this year, where we have this huge celebration, great meal, a little bit more hooped up than what we are here right now. But unfortunately, we can't be there. But we thank the Chamber for their sponsorship, for their support, for our many sponsors that are here tonight that have helped make this event possible. So we can't be at Fountainhead, but we're here. I'd like to offer you an opportunity to share a little bit.
Oh, great. Thank you, Dr. Michael, and thank you and your team, your admin team, for the whole year, what you're doing with Erin Anderson and her team, getting this organized today. At least we're a little bit closer together. Last year, I know we had to go from room to room, so we're getting closer. And Erin has already booked Fountainhead Country Club for next year, so we're ready to go. That'll be exciting. And I do want to acknowledge again 2 elementary school teachers, a middle school teacher, and 2 high school teachers this year. And as Dr. Michael did, the rest of the teachers, not only those who were nominated, but everyone who worked extra hard this year in the last 12 months with COVID. So on behalf of the business community, thank you very much. Also wanted to acknowledge a couple key folks. We'll hear from some sponsors later, but from our community, the Teacher of the Year is going to receive from Chick-fil-A for a year. You'll hear from Randy Scott in a little bit. And from Hagerstown Honda, you're going to need that car because Chick-fil-A is only open right now drive-through. So that's the good news. It's a combo package, Chick-fil-A for a year, and then you got the car to drive through. Very efficient. And we also want to make sure the folks at home, and you all see it here, that we're practicing safe COVID requirements, distancing, masks, very well laid out here. So with that, Dr. Michael, thank you again, and we're looking forward to hearing about the finalists and the winner eventually.
All right. We'll know that in just a few minutes who our Teacher of the Year is for 2022. Some people we need to thank. There's a lot of work that goes into preparing for this. So 88 teachers were nominated. They fill out a nomination and an application process. Then we had to have a panel of judges that go through that and review all that material. They narrow that list to the 5 finalists that you see here tonight. They go through an interview process, and then they make the nomination or the selection for the Teacher of the Year. And in that envelope up here with the red bow is one of the 5 names we're going to recognize here in a few minutes. And I can't wait to open the envelope as well. But our 5 judges this year: Josh Edwards, former Teacher of the Year, also an art teacher at Clear Spring, does an amazing job, well worthy of the Teacher of the Year that he was several years ago. Micah Sox is Supervisor of Visual and Performing Arts here at the Central Office. He was one of our judges. Allison Smith, Supervisor of Equity and Excellence, also here at the Central Office. And then from the community and the Chamber, Megan Dunn, CNB Bank. So a lot of work and a lot of effort went into all this from not only our nominees, but from our judges that had to sort through a lot of material and make a very, very difficult decision to narrow to 5, and then even a more difficult decision to select our 2022 Teacher of the Year. So it's time to meet our 2022 finalists, and we're going to start with Mr. Grove. Absolutely, yeah. All right, so Mr. Grove is a health and physical education teacher at Potomac Heights. He also works part-time over at Bester. I think working with pre-K maybe at Bester. As we've expanded our pre-K program, we've needed additional encore support, and Chris is one of those people, and we're grateful for that. Mr. Grove has been teaching for 12 years, 10 years here in Washington County Public Schools, so we've been very blessed to have him here. This is the 4th time he's been nominated for Teacher of the Year. So that's certainly noteworthy. Uh, Mr. Grove leads a lot of professional development for his colleagues, been very successful in implementing concurrent learning. I've had the opportunity to be in his class with children and without children this year. It's just done an amazing job, constantly trying to help out his partners in physical education and health. I've seen him out at the cross-country, elementary cross-country events, so just a very worthy finalist here tonight. Mr. Grove, at this point, I'd like to give you a minute just to share a couple comments.
First off, thank you, Dr. Michael, for your leadership. Here with me tonight is my family, who I love very dearly. They support me, my wife, Kristen, my son, Madden, my mom and dad, Tim and Deborah. And also thank you to all the friends and family that are home that have sent me many messages as my watch and phone keep buzzing. Also would like to thank in attendance my principal at Potomac Heights, Mrs. Forrest. I also have Dr. English and Eric Michael is my PE supervisor. I thank them for entrusting me with lots of leadership opportunities that have really helped me to grow and develop. I'd also like to thank all the health and PE teachers in Washington County. I really believe in iron sharpening iron, and we collaborate a lot. A lot of times we're on islands at schools individually, and we have to find ways to communicate just to do what's best for all students in Washington County. And I'd also like to thank the staff at Potomac Heights Elementary School and Bester Elementary School. Also a shout out to Salem Avenue. I spent many great years there. And lastly, just thank you to all my students and families, especially this year. It's just been so neat to visit their homes through a virtual element. And it's been exciting to see moms and dads and grandmas all join in on our PE lessons. I really think that that's great to see how creative they are, and really that's our end goal, is to get them physically active at home. So thank you.
May have accomplished that with parents and grandparents as well at this
Oh
point.
yeah, you
It's
should
hard to
see them
tell.
grooving.
Okay, the chamber has a presentation they want to make.
So Chris, on behalf of the chamber, this is Matt Josick with CMB Bank. We want to congratulate you on your recognition and good luck. I think we're going to take a couple pictures, at least one for the chamber.
Chris, for your classroom, we also have a presentation. How you want to spend this to help support the children of Washington County Public Schools. $1 gift for being a finalist. So I'd like to invite. All right, we're ready to meet our next finalist. Our next finalist is Mr. Rossi. Go down. So Mr. Rossi's a social studies teacher at Northern Middle School. Had the opportunity, similar to Mr. Grove, I've been in his classroom a number of times over the years. I think he's moved a couple different rooms. Now he's in the library, kind of expanded out. Been great with concurrent learning, trying to keep up with technology and various things. He's a 12-year teacher, 6 years here with Washington County Public Schools. So we're grateful for your service to our students. Also big in the coordination of our IB program, middle school program there at Northern Middle School, helping to get it off the ground, being the coordinator of that. Supported certainly by Ms. Allshouse and the whole team at Northern Middle. We're very excited about the opportunities that that's already bringing to our students and what it will lead for their futures. Mr. Rossi was chosen as social studies master teacher by Maryland State Department of Education. And similar to Mr. Grove, he leads a lot of professional development, both at the local, state, and national level. So, Mr. Rossi, congratulations. Wish you the best of luck and an opportunity to share.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Michael. Thank you for the opportunity. I want to point out who's joining me here tonight, my better half, Ashley, and hopefully our kids are at home watching on Facebook. But Facebook, you know, isn't really as cool. If it was TikTok, they'd be 100% in. If you're an elementary, middle school, or high school teacher, you get that joke. I also want to say a shout out and a huge thank you to not only Ashley, who's here and supports me 100% and truly is my better half, but to my family and friends, my parents Skip and Karen, who are watching safely from their living room in Philadelphia, and my siblings who have supported me and invested in me my entire life. I also want to thank Mrs. Allshouse, our fearless leader at Northern Middle School, who is here. Thank you for the support and the opportunity. We've accomplished so much on the North End, and I'm so proud of the effort that we've put forward to become the only IB middle years program school west of Montgomery County. And that's a testament not only to the work that our teachers and our leadership team does at Northern Middle every single day, that's a testament to our students and our families. So hopefully if you guys are watching too, good to see you. I'll see you tomorrow in person or digitally too. And thank you again for the opportunity.
All right, thank you, Mr. Rossi.
And Jim, on behalf of the chamber, we have another sponsor up here. We have Doug Fire Funeral Homes, our longtime chamber supporter, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, now it's no surprise, but for Washington County Board of Education, we do have $1,000 for you to use in your All right, we've met two of our finalists for the 2022 Teacher of the Year. Now it's time to meet our third finalist. Ms. Schlegel, come forward. Okay, Ms. Schlegel is a Spanish teacher at Smithburg High School. She's been teaching for 14 years, 5 of those here in Washington County Public Schools. And we're grateful for those 5 years in Washington County and what you've done for our students already. I had the honor to be in your classroom a couple years ago for the 2019 Maryland World Language Teacher of the Year. Ms. Schlegel was honored for that. She too is a big concurrent learning teacher. I've seen some of her demonstrations, and she's kind of been on the cutting edge of trying some various technologies to help make her students successful during this difficult year, and we appreciate all those efforts. You've also earned the Global Seal of Biliteracy, which means you are proficient in at least 2 languages. So I've heard her speak a lot of Spanish. I don't know if it's anything else other than Spanish and English, but I don't want to go toe-to-toe with her in Spanish, I can assure you that. Aquí is about all I know. So I've been working on trying to roll my R's, and we haven't made any progress. But congratulations for being a finalist and an opportunity to share.
Thank you so much. I'm going to adjust this microphone just a little because everybody's a little taller than me. Thank you so much for this honor, Dr. Michael, and to everyone in this room, the panel of judges that spent time going through applications for all the very deserving teachers who represent our county and the things that happen in our county. So thank you for that. I'd like to thank my husband, Ryan, who is unrelenting in his support of what I do in the classroom and for his love that is unconditional. Our 2 beautiful daughters are watching from home today. At least I hope they are. And just like Jim said, I'd like to thank my principal. He is unbelievably supportive. I am so grateful for you, Mr. Klein. Your transparent leadership is integral in us being able to do what we do in the classroom every day. So I appreciate you very much. My supervisor, Paula Moore, she is an incredible advocate for world language teachers, and she is so supportive of me being here today, and for that I am grateful, and I know she is watching on Facebook right now. I would love to thank a longtime mentor. She was actually my college professor turned friend and colleague, Dr. Arlene White. If you are watching on Facebook today, know that you are the reason and the purpose that I do what I do every day. I am so indebted to you for everything that you have done for me. And finally, I would like to really reach out to my collaborative partner this year who has made my job so much easier in the classroom, preparing lessons, working together. Aubrey Swisher, you are the reason I have made it through this school year, and I am grateful for you. Thank you very much. I'm honored.
So Caroline, congratulations, and a longtime friend of the chamber, Washington County Teachers Association, Neil Becker's making his presentation.
Okay, time to meet our fourth finalist. Miss Thomas, come on down. Miss Thomas is a fifth grade teacher at Clear Spring Elementary School. She's been teaching for 10 years for Washington County Public Schools. I've seen you many times on professional development. I think it's a passion of yours to be on after-school professional development, but I know you were a big part in helping us write our essential curriculum and those types of works all the time. Ms. Thomas works well beyond the school day to help with extracurricular clubs and activities and to support students. And we're just very excited to have you as one of our finalists here tonight for the Teacher of the Year for 2022. So an opportunity to share.
Thank you. I want to thank my sister Charlie, who is here supporting me in person, my parents, and my brother Hal supporting me at home, all of my friends and colleagues who have reached out to give me kind words of support and recognition. I feel like I stand here with so many people. Tracy Close, my longtime lead teacher, Shelley Guest, my current principal, Sherry Palm and Carly Pumphrey, my amazing past principals, Marianne Hennessy, Craig Coons, and Corey Alkire, my colleagues who have collaborated with me. Rachel Crane, who has spent almost as much time with me on Zoom as anybody else during this pandemic, a fellow teacher who has planned with me. We worked on the essential curriculum together. Thank you to my students for your creativity and your humor, because that has gotten us through so many days, not just pandemic days, but so many classroom days. Dr. Michael, thank you for your good humor when an offhand remark led my students to write you passionate letters about the snow day policy. They all came back to report to me that he had responded to them, and so that was very kind of you. Just thank you so much to everybody who has supported me and collaborated with me, because teaching is collaborative, and it's collaborative between our colleagues, our supervisors. It's a collaboration with families and our community. So thank you so much to everybody who has contributed in this school year and in past school years. And a special thank you to Gwen Pangborn, my mentor for my first few years, who really inspired me. She's a former Teacher of the Year, and she's an amazing person. So thank you so much to everybody. Thank you.
And Kate, it's my pleasure. I get to present you your finalist award. And as a dad with 3 daughters, all in education, and to the respective husbands in education, thank you. I was one of those kids that needed a lot of help from teachers. And so thank you for the hard work. And on behalf of the chamber, congratulations.
Finalists for 2022 Teacher of the Year. Okay, our fifth finalist. We're going to meet Mr. Violet. Mr. Violet. Mr. Violet is an technology teacher at Washington County Technical High School. He's been teaching with Washington County Public Schools for 12 years, so we're very grateful for your service to our students. Mr. Violet is a former graduate of Tech High and then worked out in the industry for 14 years and brought back all that skill set right back to our students of Washington County. So we're extremely grateful for all that, Mr. Violet. Also, Mr. Violet, I had an opportunity to be here at this celebration as well. He recently was selected as a national winner of Harbor Freight Tools for Schools competition, and we got a huge gift from Harbor Freight that's being used in his classroom and is benefiting our students. So thank you, Mr. Violet. Good luck, and an opportunity to share a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for being here. A couple shout outs for sure. My lovely other half, Jeanette, is here with me this evening. My mother, Darlene, my Aunt Evelyn. Thank you for being here in person. For all of my friends and coworkers that are watching virtually today, thank you. Thank you for inspiring me, for encouraging me, especially when I feel overwhelmed. This year has been challenging for all of us, as we know. A really great big shout out to my principal, Rodney Gaiman. His amazing leadership and his vision for where Tech High is going is absolutely amazing, and he's been so great to work with. Beth Hoffman, too, our assistant principal, she's amazing. I could keep going all night, but I want to also thank the Chamber of Commerce for helping make this happen, and of course, Washington County Public Schools, and of course, Superintendent Michael, thank you very much for making this happen as well. I am honored, beyond honored to be here this evening.
Again, let's congratulate
So Wayne, congratulations on behalf of the chamber. Randy Scott with Chick-fil-A is going to present you with your award.
Step in front of the mics up there. I know, Mr. Ballard, you're not going to probably spend $1,000 on the office. It doesn't go very far sometimes. So congratulations.
And I mentioned earlier that the winner received Chick-fil-A for the year. So we want to hear from the owner of Chick-fil-A Hagerstown, Randy Scott. He's going to have a couple minutes of inspirational words, we hope. So Randy, let's welcome him back up.
Thank you, Paul, for putting on the pressure of inspirational words. But what a privilege it is to be a part of this each and every year. And I'm inspired to be in the room with each of you as the finalist and the very best of Washington County. As I thought about, I read each of your profiles, and I'm like, you're all uniquely different. You're uniquely gifted. You teach different subjects. You have different students, different challenges. You're all different. So what was the common thread? And as a student of leadership, makes me think, and I do things crazier than think. And I think, and through that thought process, I think what came out is the common thread is care. And it's easy to be like, oh, care, that's a word that we throw around all the time. But when I think about care, I think about 3 attributes that I guarantee anybody that's witnessed what you have accomplished this year and through your career would say is that you have demonstrated these 3 attributes. And the first is that care requires sacrifice. It sometimes and most often means putting other needs before your own. And many times, I'm sure in your world, it not only requires a commitment of time, but sometimes of resources. It requires a sacrifice. Secondly, care also has the ability to overcome all circumstance. It transcends circumstance. So as you think about a year with COVID, circumstances have been incredible, but here's what I think would be true, and I think the room would agree, that regardless of a pandemic this year, I think we may have had the very same 5 finalists. It just so happened to be a year where your care overcame all of those circumstances, but you care each and every year. And lastly, care in itself, true care, settles for nothing but excellence. When we really deeply care about the people that we serve, we fall nothing short of excellent. So on behalf of myself, my team at the restaurant, who are comprised of many of your students, all of them of legal working age, none of you are in the middle school, let's get that clear. But thank you so much for your sacrifice in this challenging year. Thank you for overcoming circumstances, and thank you for committing to excellence each and every day as you teach the students of Washington County. Thank you.
Well, Randy, I think if I was a teacher, I'd grade you an A on that. Let's give another round of applause. Good job. And I just wanted to acknowledge the other sponsors, some of whom couldn't be here tonight to celebrate with you. You know, Randy mentioned a tough year. It's a tough year for everyone. But I've got to say that our business community stepped up. Not only support each other, but the education part. And so I want to acknowledge the sponsors here, some of whom are not here: Antietam Broadband, CNB Bank, Washington County Teachers Association, Doug Fiery Funeral Home, the Holzapfel Group at Morgan Stanley, the City of Hagerstown, ConAgra, Hagerstown Magazine, Chick-fil-A, and lastly but not least, Hagerstown Honda. And so if you please help me welcome Jake Ritchie up top to say a few words.
Wow, how do I follow that? We're super happy to be a part of this program. We have been for a very long time, and we're proud of all the teachers of Washington County. I know how difficult it's been over the last couple of years for all of us, but I can't imagine dealing with that situation in a teaching environment. With everybody, like was said before, you've got all different walks of life, all different kinds of problems, and all different age groups, and everybody handles that differently. And we can't commend all the teachers, enough for what they've done and what they've achieved over this past year. And it's truly an honor to be a part of this, and we can congratulate all the ones involved, but especially the nominees. It's a true honor with everything that's transpired. So, we're happy to be here. Congratulations early. So.
Well, again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors, particularly Chick-fil-A and Honda for their gifts directly to the teachers. I hope our finalists or our winner will enjoy both those gifts. All right, we're almost there. It's almost time to announce the Teacher of the Year for Washington County Public Schools for 2022. But first, we're going to hear from Christine Hurley, who was our Teacher of the Year for 2021. Christine, it's just impossible to believe that a year has gone by. So a year ago, we were racing around the Board of Ed. We had people in 5 different rooms, and then we brought the finalists into this room. It was kind of a little bit different gig for all of us kind of to do a Facebook Live that way. Christine, I'm sure, has had a little different year than many of our Teacher of the Years, but she is represented as well. She's an outstanding individual. She made a transition midway through this process. But we're excited to hear your closing remarks as the 2021 Teacher of the Year for Washington County. And thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And finalists, I know how you're feeling, so I promise I'll keep it brief. So thank you, Dr. Michael, and thank you, everyone, for being here today. We're very excited about this. It's been a very quick and interesting year. And I'm sure that all the teachers who are watching and listening would agree that the 2021 year has been the most challenging year of our career. It doesn't matter if you're the first-year teacher or you're a 35-year teacher. This has, without a doubt, been the most challenging year of our career. Reflecting back on that journey that we have all gone on, it really makes us think that we went down this path that no one a year ago could have absolutely foreseen. There is no way that anyone, we thought for sure we'd be back at the country club. We thought for sure we'd be back on the first day of school in classrooms. And it was an interesting year. Having started the year with no closure from the previous year, we never really got, and teachers, as Randy said, care is at the heart of what we do, and we love our kids. We didn't get to say goodbye, and it was hard. It was really hard to let that class go without getting a chance to say goodbye. And our first day of school, having just had our most recent, like 5th or first day of school, I think, was fully virtual with students learning from home. I myself got quarantined. I was teaching as Teacher of the Year, first day of school from my house, and I didn't expect that. So that was kind of set the tone for the way things were going to go for the year. It was a year of flexibility and change on the fly, and needing to be ready to make that shift and change at any time, because you just never knew what was going to happen. And then we finally got to move into stage 2 and 3, and we got to have some of our learners back, and it filled our sails and lifted our hearts, because we didn't know how much we had missed those. I mean, we knew, but having them in front of us again was really what brought it back. And we knew, and we caught that fire that was there, and became excited to bring more kids back. And we gained all kinds of new technology, new vocabulary, right? Thinking a year ago, a huddle was like a football thing, okay? Not a camera. And we say a hybrid was a car that I drove, okay? Not anything to do with my classroom. But now then rising COVID-19 levels sent us home again. And we took our classrooms back online, but instruction never stopped. Not one day did we miss instruction. We were very fortunate to be able to bring extra kids back into the building in February, and we continued to grow as professionals, continuing to add more technology, more instructional strategies, and honing our concurrent teaching practices. And concurrent was nothing that no one had ever heard of that, and we really blazed a path
speaking with my colleagues across the state, I can tell you that we were leaders in the state about what we were doing in our surrounding states as well. So nothing but pride for teaching for this district and seeing what we did with kids. And then, of course, just this week, just a few days ago, we brought even more kids back into our classrooms, and I think we're at about 80% now, right? Does that sound about right? Yep, 80% of our learners. So bringing us even closer to normal in an anything but normal year, right? So I think we're at 5 first days. I'm pretty sure when I counted. There was some discussion about amongst my teacher friends last of 6 days, 5 days, but it's been a lot of first days of school. But throughout all of these challenges, all of our teachers in Washington County have really risen to that occasion and flexed with those ever-changing schedules and we have found that inner strength that I guarantee a year ago you had no idea you had. We all have really just found that and done our best to create a safe and inclusive and student-centered classroom in the middle of a global pandemic. Just think about that. And I know that we're all a little COVID-19 tired. But this is the thing, you're gonna look back on this when you're retired, talking to your grandkids about how incredible this was, this moment in your career. So, and more than anything else, all of our teachers have truly gone above and beyond. So to my finalists, I want you to think for a second here for our finalists. In this year in particular, where every teacher has given more than they ever knew that they could, you were selected as a finalist. So take a minute and just breathe, because I know you're not. I know you're holding that breath right now. I know you're waiting for Dr. Michael to grab that envelope and open it so you can know. But just, this is for you. It is a testament to your passion, to your dedication, and the love that you have for your kids. So just take a breath and enjoy that and revel in this moment because you have earned it. And congratulations and good luck.
Thank you, Christine, for representing Washington County so well. I too want to thank all of our teachers out in Washington County, everywhere. Again, even our ESP staff and administrators. This isn't your night, but I am so proud to be the superintendent of Washington County Public Schools to represent such a fine teacher as Christine, as our 5 finalists, as well as our 1,800 other teachers here in Washington County, our 88 nominees. So just really, really excited to be part of our program tonight and to think about everybody. So we're going to recognize all our finalists one more time before I pick up the envelope and see who our winner is going to be. So Mr. Grove from Potomac Heights and Bester Elementary School. Round of applause, please. Yes, yes. Good luck, Mr. Grove. Mr. Rossi from Northern Middle School. Congratulations. Yep. Ms. Schlegel from Smithburg High School. Congratulations. Ms. Thomas from Clear Spring Elementary School. Congratulations. And Mr. Violet from Tech High. Congratulations. In just a few minutes, we're going to go from here. After we announce the winner, we're going to go outside where Mr. Richard's going to drop the keys to the car in our winner's hands. So we'll do that in an orderly, safe fashion in just a second. But Ms. Schlegel, I'm going to have to get by you to get a hold of something here. I don't know who's handling this part, Aaron. Okay. Paul, you're never shy to jump in and help. I appreciate that. So let's keep that covered up for the moment because we're going to find out in just 1 second. Last year, I think it was folded up a couple different directions. Are we ready? You sure you don't want to wait any longer? Washington County's 2022 Teacher of the Year is, get everything unstuck, Miss Caroline Schlegel. Congratulations. Award. Caroline, on behalf of the Board of Education, again, to be used in your classroom, and I'm sure you'll find a way. I think I hear Paula upstairs bouncing on the second floor right now. Board of Education has a check for $5,000 on top of your $1,000 check to be used. So congratulations. One thing I've learned about the foreign language teachers, they love to celebrate. Anytime I'm around these people, they're celebrating. And they're also talking in foreign language. I think they're talking about me, but it's okay. We are so proud of you to be Washington County's 2022 Teacher of the Year. Congratulations. And the microphone is all yours. All right.
See if I can find where we put the speech here. Wow. It is with great pride and extreme gratitude to stand here in front of you today amongst the incredible teachers in this county. There are hundreds of deserving teachers here in Washington County, 88 of whom were nominated for this honor, and 5 finalists sitting in this room today. I am honored to be alongside these impeccable pioneers of education, and I have to extend my warmest congratulations to Catherine Thomas, Jim Rossi, Wayne Violet, and Christopher Grove. Thank you to all of WCPS, Dr. Michael, and the panel of judges who shared their time to make this day possible. I would be remiss if I did not mention our community. All of the friends and family members who stepped in during this past year of pandemic teaching to facilitate learning alongside of our teachers. You are truly heroes. And to my students, you amaze me. Your perseverance and ability to adapt is admirable. Thank you for the work that you do each day. I believe that education is the key to a more equitable society, and it's integral in understanding the diverse perspectives and cultures of our world. All stakeholders must be unified, work towards a common goal, and put students first. We are in the midst of a pedagogical revolution. Teachers, students, and parents have embraced new technology and new methodology. Our daily schedules have changed, our classrooms have changed, and the way students learn has changed forever. One thing that does remain the same, however, is the need to put relationships first. Author Allison A. Posey shared in her book, Engage the Brain, that teaching is emotional work. In our classrooms and at the district level, we must center the lived experiences of our students at the heart of our curriculum and our decisions that we make as a system. Not all students come to school ready to learn, but they do come to school wanting to belong. And when we feel as though we belong, learning can happen. We must make certain that our students see themselves in our lessons and learn to respect others from them. We must see similarities and differences as assets, and we must use that knowledge to shape our instruction, our policies, and our communication. We must learn who our students are as humans first, know their learning styles, and honor their voice. Learning happens when we do not make assumptions about what our students can and cannot do, but instead, we give them choice in how they learn and how they show their transfer of knowledge. Let us model humility and vulnerability and continue to create safe spaces for students to explore, express, create, and thrive. Whew, I am so excited to expand my reach and use this platform to shed positive light on the absolutely incredible things that are happening in our schools with our students that we are honored to serve here in Washington County. Thank you, muchas gracias, for this honor and for the continued work that every teacher in this county does in the service of making our world a better place. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Caroline. Caroline Schlegel, Washington County Public Schools 2022 Teacher of the Year. Let's give her one more round of applause. Congratulations again. So please follow more. If you're still listening, you can join us out front in CES. I know you can't hardly contain yourself. We're gonna take a little break here in the action. So if you're following us on Facebook, we're gonna actually pick up on a gimbal, I think, and we're gonna work our way outside to the car for a couple of short presentations. We want all of our finalists to come out. At the point you're inside the car, you can smile at whatever camera we have, but we want our other finalists to surround the car and get a great picture there. Not sure what the weather is. I guess we're going to take our chances. Thank you, everybody that's joined us. Thank you again to our sponsors. Thank you again to the Chamber, to our judges and all the work. Again, to all of our finalists, I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of our 88 nominees. I'm proud of our teaching staff in Washington County. And Ms. Caroline Schlegel, Washington County's 2022 Teacher of the Year. We are all very proud of you and honored to have you represent us. So congratulations. All right.